Don't be a sissy and do these quad exercises.
Let's go.
Hey, it's Erin Stern, and I'm over here at the Criticalbench compound, and today we're going through my top 6 favorite quad exercises. The first exercise we're going to start with is a bench-assisted single leg squat. Now you can do this exercise anywhere. Ideally, you'll have a bench to help spot yourself, but if you have a chair, a sturdy chair, that's even better. Start by facing away from the bench, and you want to be close enough to where your glutes are going to hit the bench as you come down. Start on your non-dominant side and let that dictate the number of reps that you're going to do on the dominant side. With one foot flat on the ground, you'll extend your other leg straight out. Keep your body nice and tall, keep your back flat, and keep your knee directly over your toe. So you don't want your knee to cave in at all at any point. In fact, I want you to focus on pushing your knee out as you lower yourself and as you come up. So slowly lower your body and take it nice and slow. It's okay if you start to fatigue because you have that bench to help spot you. After you reach fatigue on that non-dominant side, go ahead and switch sides, making sure that your foot is in the exact same position as the other foot, and do the same number of reps that you did on the non-dominant side. The next exercise is a quad step up. You'll need a bench for this one or a sturdy chair. You'll also start with the non-dominant leg, just like you did with the first exercise. Now, instead of thinking about pushing with your rear leg, I want you to think about pulling yourself up with that front leg. And what this is going to do is it's going to place a lot of emphasis on the quads versus the calves or the hamstrings on the rear leg. So just like the other exercise, we're gonna focus on doing a specific number of reps on the non-dominant side and doing the same number of reps on the dominant side. And be very careful here. You want to focus on not using momentum whatsoever and just pulling yourself up. A good trick that really works for me is instead of allowing my rear toe to point, I try to keep that rear foot dorsiflexed so I don't allow myself to push off. The next exercise is a heel elevated goblet squat. By elevating the heels, we're going to place our body weight onto the balls of our feet, which is going to emphasize the front of the body, AKA the quads. And by using the goblet squat, this is going to promote proper form. It's going to help you keep your upper body nice and tall. Now with this exercise, it's okay for your knees to go over your toes just a bit, especially if you have healthy knees. Not an issue at all. In fact, this motion is going to further emphasize the quads. The next exercise is a bodyweight leg extension. So if you don't have access to a leg extension machine, this is the perfect substitute. And all you need is yourself. You're going to kneel on the floor. You can place a pad under your knees if you'd like. Go ahead and point your toes so the tops of your feet are flat on the floor. I want you to think about sitting up nice and tall and using your knees as the hinge. So your body's going to be in plank position. You don't want to bend at the hips at all. And now what you're going to do is slowly lower your upper body towards your heels. You're going to feel it a lot in your quads, which is perfect. Now go back as far as you can, but you don't have to push it. You can use a limited range of motion until you get stronger. Before we get into the next exercise, I want to talk to you guys about the inner thigh solution. This is great if you're looking to take your training to the next level. It has coaching and follow along instructions. You can do this at the gym or at home, and it only takes 15 minutes. Check out the pinned comment for more info. The next exercise is a front foot elevated split squat. For this exercise, you'll need something to elevate that front foot. I like to use a plate. Anything that's between 2 and 4 inches is fine. All we're doing here is we're extending that range of motion. And when you get into that split squat position, I want you to think about your legs being at 90-degree angles. So your front leg, when it's bent, I want that to be at a 90-degree angle, and that rear leg should also be at a 90-degree angle. Just like all the other single leg exercises, we're gonna start with that weaker or non-dominant side first, and then we're gonna switch to the stronger side. You can add weights with this, or you can just use body weight and really focus on pushing your weight into that front foot, as this is going to further accentuate the quad. you're going to stand with your body in between the two legs and just think about lowering yourself directly down and coming directly back up again. The last exercise is the sissy squat. Now, if you're a fan of golden era bodybuilding, you'll know this exercise. But if not, this is going to look a bit surprising to you, but it's one of the most effective bodyweight quad exercises. You'll need something sturdy to hold on to. And what I like to do is I like to switch hands whenever I'm holding on to something, as this is going to help with symmetry. So you don't always want to hold on to something with your right hand or your left hand. Go ahead and switch it up. You're going to stand with your feet a little bit less than shoulder width apart and push your weight through your toes. Think about having your body in that plank position and using your knees and your hips as the hinge. You're going to lean back slightly. I would say start with body weight first, but if you're advanced, you can go ahead and hold a plate or a dumbbell on your chest. Lower yourself, pushing your weight through your toes and leaning back simultaneously. You want most of the bend to come from the knees. Now really focus on pushing yourself back up with just your quads. These exercises can be combined into one workout, or you can take one exercise at a time and just add them to your current routine. If you have any questions about how to implement these workouts, leave a comment below. Happy to answer. The inner thighs are closely related to the quads, so if you're developing your quads, you should develop those inner thighs too. For the inner thigh solution, go ahead and click on that pinned comment below and get yours today. I'm Erin Stern, and thanks for watching.